How are you?
I'm very Stephen.
Yeah, well, about that, he's decided not to come on homestay.
Yeah, no, that's not me, no.
Is it verified?
How the fuck do I know that? Like,
Well,
let me change my password. I'll even show you that I can't even get that fucking app on my phone. First
What
and foremost.
app? Should we start being honest then?
I'm about to prove that it's not me on there.
Right.
I'm going to take this off because I think this marriage is over.
Oh dear, 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 dear. Where do we go from here? I mean, listen, folks, obviously when it comes to Stephen is somebody that definitely has not kept up to his responsibilities, or should I say, he's somebody that has made it abundantly clear that he doesn't really care too much about Nelly, doesn't really care too much to respect her, doesn't really care if their relationship works or if it doesn't work. I mean, hell, at the last ceremony, he said, I'm happy to stay for now, depending on how things go. And to be fair, in some contexts, that line makes a lot of sense and there's nothing wrong with it in any shape or form. But in the context of Stephen, should I say, it's more of a case that he's just happy to continue dragging Nelly along, just so pretty much he can be on the show for that a little bit longer to get a little bit more clout. That's how he's feeling now at this point. But the matter of fact is, it is the homestays. This guy didn't even want to go back to Nelly's home to obviously do their homestay or to even like meet her family again to have an updated conversation. The guy said, "Nah, I'm good. I just don't want nothing to do this week." To be honest with you, the fact that he did that was him basically saying that, well, I don't really care to have a relationship or to make a relationship with your family, so it is what it is to me. I don't really give a damn. That is the reality of Stephen's reaction, okay? And then also on top of that, the friend now, Nelly's friends come in and said, hold on a minute. I believe I know why he didn't want to do the homestairs. Because the whole time he wasn't there, do you know what he was doing? He was too busy on Hinge creating a profile that he is now denying to have ever created. So let's get into it.
You're still on your phone. Nelly is speaking to you and you're not even looking at her. Why? You're not even looking at her when she's speaking to you.
When did you go back on the app?
Today.
Look, your account's been removed.
I don't know how that proves anything. Look, your account's been removed. Yeah, but bro, the moment that you got confronted about it, you was on your phone for like God knows how long, probably trying to remove the account or probably removing the account. So he tried to deny it and saying, well, I can't even log in. Then he said, oh, but now the account's been removed, so it can't be me. But the friend's making a very good point. The only way this account could be made is if there was a verification that this is you. So whoever made the account obviously knows who you are and it was able to verify it. And let's be real, who the hell was going to make an account of somebody that they don't know? Because remember, when this show was being filmed, it wasn't being aired. So really and truly, he's the only person that could have made that account. Oh, dear.
Signing in. So if I can't get into an app, I'm on it. No, I'm asking for me.
You.
Obviously not. So I can't even sign into it.
Okay.
Like, I don't get it. It could be on another phone or...
No. Bollocks all over again.
And then Stephen doing what he does best, walking away and obviously swearing, effing bollocks all over again. You know, you always know when something gets underneath his skin because this is when he's more prone to start to slur, to start to, you know, obviously drop some swearing words, if you dig what I'm saying. But let's continue.
So thank you.
Dating app whilst we're still married is cheating. This marriage is well and truly over. I want nothing to do with Stephen anymore.
I mean, to be honest with you, I really hope that she means what she says, because a lot of the time we kind of hear her say a few things here and there, but then she still goes back on herself anyway. So I really hope that this is where she draws a line, where she really recognizes that, you know what, this man is not for me. He's not here for me. He's never been here for me, and he's never going to be here for me. And most importantly, that means he just doesn't respect me or give a damn about respecting our relationship. And that's what it comes down to. So really and truly, I hope that Nelly sticks to what she says, because if she doesn't, well, then she's going to end up shooting herself in the foot once again. But with that being said, though, let's get into the next couple.
He's trying, and you're not. And look, you almost made your mind up. Yes.
I'm not saying this is done. This is not a nail in the coffin. I'm out. Fucking see you later. I was sternly telling you. This week is make or break for me, because I've struggled up until this point. So I'm not...
Make or break week, because I've struggled up until this point. Like I said, context matters, right? Obviously with Stephen, yeah, that context wasn't, he was just moving mad. With April's context, I mean, to be fair, I do feel like she's trying to hang on to the last little piece of strings in the hopes that maybe things will get better. Which, to be fair, there's nothing wrong with that. because the context makes sense.
Experience in the normal Leo.
What I see is little puppy dog Leo.
I'm sorry, but how are they the best to know? And I think you are very well suited. You have the same interests, same personalities. You are a beautiful couple. You only get this one chance. You really need to go for it.
I do feel like there is maybe a slight chance.
Oh, a slight chance?
It's crazy because obviously when Leo meets obviously his mother, I believe here, she says, listen, I don't know what your friends are talking about. Ignore your friends. They're just being negative about your relationship with April. You know, at the end of the day, we saw your chemistry and, you know, we saw how much you two obviously are quite similar and how this can go far. So, of course, he's obviously in this situation, Leo's been encouraged to, instead of reacting to what his friend said, to react on how he feels, because the reality is once the friend basically called him a puppy dog, whatever nonsense, he ended up not staying the night with April because he needed to get his head straight. Which, to be fair, whether that was a good move or not, I couldn't tell you, because maybe it was a good move, maybe it wasn't maybe it was a good move, maybe it wasn't a good move. But either way though, maybe it was a good move or maybe it wasn't a good move, but it is what it is. Either way though, obviously in this conversation, he gets a more refreshing conversation regarding the fact that he should be chasing April and he should be trying harder to make it work if there's something there, which of course Leo does agree to in this situation. But when it comes to April and her family, well, yeah, let's get into it.
It's like, darling, go for it.
Not.
No. What's made you stay this long?
A good partner. Like, he is very caring, he is very generous, he does... I think for me at this stage, I'm just not feeling the connection. Just not feeling the connection.
No, he's not for you.
It's crazy though, because obviously with April's mother over there, she's like, no, he's not for you. It's crazy because April does state the good things about Leo in this conversation. But at the same time says, but I just don't feel it. Straight off the bat, mum's like, well, it's not for you. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I guess it's a matter of parents knowing their kids and obviously reacting on how they feel. I'm not going to say that April's mum's wrong. No, I'm going to say Leo's mum's wrong. Because I think obviously, you know, with Leo's mum, maybe she's seen many girls come in and out of his life who haven't been to the same caliber of April in terms of her personality and obviously what she and how she makes her son feel. So therefore, she wants her son to pursue a woman that she feels is a good woman for her. But then obviously April's mum, maybe she's looking at Leo and thinking, I've seen you other guys in the past and you've probably spoke about those guys in a better light. So the fact that you haven't got something with Leo that's even closer to anything else that you had in the past, well, I don't think this is the guy for you. So to be fair, it's not a case of where either parents are wrong or right. It's where the parents are analysing obviously their children and analysing the relationship the children had in the past, and also most importantly, paying attention to what the kids are saying as well and understanding that when my child says this is what my child really means. So it is that, but at the same time, I will say this though. April's mom also has to remember and understand that this is an experiment for April to come out of her shell, to learn something new about herself, and to walk away from the whole experience, you know, having to have learned something even if the relation doesn't work. So personally, do I feel like the advice that was given by April's mom is necessarily the correct advice in terms of, again, I don't think she's wrong, but if I was in her position, I would actually say to my daughter at that point, listen, this isn't, because you've entered an experiment to find out new things about yourself and to be matched with somebody that is different to what you go through on the outside, I personally think that you should still continue giving it a go, because you never know. I think that would be the better one, because to be fair, Leo and April do have something that could make it work, because Leo isn't a bad guy, April isn't a bad girl, do you see what I'm saying? So I do feel like, to be honest, just giving that a little bit more encouragement maybe would have been a slightly better advice, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand the mom's obviously perspective. She's just trying to protect her daughter from wasting her time, which is completely fine.
Such an outgoing person, and Leo, he's a lovely guy, but no.
I knew it would be clear for them as soon as we met.
This isn't going to work between the pair of them.
But hey, at the end of the day, obviously, April did say that me meeting, obviously, my sister and my mum, obviously, was actually something that actually confirmed everything for me, you know, because obviously they've confirmed everything that I've been thinking. And to be fair, when at the end of the day, because she now has that confirmation, April is only going to now decide to proceed forward in whatever way she sees fit, whether that is to still give Leo a chance or to just throw in the towel. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I guess we have to wait and find out when the ceremony comes. But I personally think that if they both decide to leave, it makes sense. If they both decide to stay, it makes sense. They're just one of those couples that's kind of like, if they stay, they could still learn something, even if they break up at the end. But if they leave, I don't think they'll walk away. I don't think April will walk away have learned anything, to be honest with you. With Leo, I'm not too sure. I'm not so sure about him, to be fair with you. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys later on for the next episode later on tonight. Peace.